Hare Krishna to everybody. Ajnanatimirandasya gnananjanashalakayah chakshura unmilitam ena tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. So in continuation of reading Japa book, Vishna, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments, all the elderly gopis in the neighborhood were laughing. In her astonishment, Yashoda thought, a rope of 150 feet does not fit around my son's small waist, and his waist is only this amount. His waist is not getting any bigger, the rope is not getting shorter, but still the rope does not reach around him. This is the first amazing thing. Furthermore, when I tie ropes together, each time there are two fingers too short, not three fingers or four fingers. No matter how much rope I tie on it, still two fingers too short. That is the second amazing thing. Because of Mother Yashoda's hard labor, her whole body became covered with perspiration, and the flowers and the comb were falling from her hair. When child Krishna saw his mother thus fatigued, he became merciful to her and agreed to be bound. Here is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's comment, and this is the essence of what I wish to say. As you cannot bind Krishna even with all the ropes in this house, then it must be concluded that it is Krishna's good fortune that he should not be. Listen, Yashoda, give up this attempt. Although the village woman advised Mother Yashoda in this way, Mother Yashoda was determined. Even if evening comes and even if I tie together all the ropes in the entire village, I must find out just once the extent of my son's waist. Yashoda wanted to teach her son a lesson, and in her persistence, she would not give up her attempt to bind the Lord. In the competition between Krishna and his devotees, the devotee's determination always prevails. Thus, seeing his mother's fatigue, Lord Krishna gave up his own persistence. He became merciful and allowed himself to be tied. Next, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur offers us a jewel of great value, Krishna's mercy, which reigns as a kingdom of all his potencies and illuminates them, melts the Lord's heart, and turns his heart into fresh melted butter. In this incident, Krishna's heart had become very, very soft. We heard about two of Krishna's potencies evoked during this pastime. The first was his Satya Sankalpa Shakti, in which everything he desires happens. Then, when he did not want to be bound, his Satya Sankalpa Shakti called on his Vibhuti or Aishwarya Shakti to enter his body and cause the rope to be two fingers too short. When Krishna's mercy potency entered, however, then both of these other potencies disappeared, and the distance of two fingers was filled by the devotee's hard work, determination, and persistence, and by the Lord's mercy. One finger therefore represents the devotee's endeavor, and the other finger represents Krishna's Krishna's mercy. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur concludes, the Bhakta Nishta, the firm faith of the devotee, which is manifest in his tireless endeavor to serve and worship the Lord, and the Swanishta, the steady quality of the Lord, which brings forward his mercy on seeing the devotee's effort and fatigue cause Krishna to be bound. In absence of these two, the rope will always remain two fingers too short. Bhaktanishta means fixed determination. I may have to go to hell for the offenses I have committed, but I will never give up serving and chanting. Persistence. I will serve Krishna with my full heart even if he does not show me mercy. Desire. I want only to serve Krishna and nothing else. And a willingness to accept responsibilities for any failing. My inability to serve Krishna properly is due to my own offenses. Bhakta Nishta is an essential part of the formula. When Bhakta Nishta, which is all we can offer, combines with Swanishta, Krishna's steady mercy, the Lord can be bound. In this pastime, Lord Krishna showed Yashoda and the whole world that only love can bind him. Therefore, we should make a steady effort to chant the holy name with sincerity and surrender and depend on Krishna for the rest. Chapter 18, Qualities that can help attract Krishna's mercy. One chanting at the level of Namashraya realizes the need for the holy name's mercy. Although we are indeed dependent on Krishna's independent desire to offer us that mercy, our own sincere attempt makes the field of our consciousness fertile to receive it and can attract the gentle rain of Krishna's compassion to fall on us. Guru Seva, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu describes to Sanatana Goswami the plight of all living entities. They are bound by the neck by the chains of Maya. Why? Because they have forgotten their eternal identities as servants of Krishna. Chains of Maya refers to material consciousness filled with its faults, hopes, aversions, and anxieties. Mahaprabhu then offers the cure which requires dual action. Tate Krishna Baje Kare Gurura Sevana Maya Jala Chute Paye Krishna Rena Charana. If the conditioned soul engages in the service of the Lord and simultaneously carries out the orders of a spiritual master and serves him, he can get out of the clutches of Maya and become eligible for shelter at Krishna's lotus feet. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 22.25. In his purport, Srila Prabhupada points us to the practical application of this instruction. If by Krishna's mercy he gets in touch with a bona fide spiritual master, abides by his order and serves him, engaging other conditioned souls in the Lord's service, he then attains liberation and Lord Sri Krishna's shelter. I stop here for today's reading and just summarize of today's reading. So here Srila Bhakti Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur talks about the pastime of Mother Yashoda bounding Lord Sri Krishna and how he connects that when Mother Yashoda falls short of the rope with only 2 fingers less, and how much ever she ties the ropes to increase to bind the waist of Lord Sri Krishna, it is always becoming 2 fingers short. And those 2 fingers are referred to be as one is the determination of the devotee, and the second finger representing um, the potency that is the uh, Aishwarya Shakti or the Vibhuti Shakti or Satya Sankalpa Shakti of Krishna's. So it's very nicely mentioned here that one of the major quality to be required for the devotee is the determination. No matter what, that we are determined to serve Krishna in whatever situation we are put into it. Either if the situation is like showing all no hope of anything, yet still you take the shelter of Krishna and determined to be serving him. The another important quality is talked about Bhakta Nishta. That is nothing but again the determination and the Swanishta's nature of Lord. With these two things put together, the Lord is bound is bound under the devotee's custody. And the only thing that bounds Krishna is the love of the devotee. So one of the main important qualities where it is required once we are in Bhakta Nishta is the only thing we can do is that we can put our all endeavor and efforts uh, in praying to God. But there is another level of like is required, that is Krishna's mercy. Without his mercy, nothing can happen. And that is what we learned about the ninth key, the last door to be opened is the Krishna's mercy. So what are the things we can do to get attract Krishna's mercy? And one is that taking under the Mama Shreya shelter and chant the holy name without any offenses. And to attract Krishna's mercy, few of the qualities we described is one is Guru Seva, taking the shelter of the spiritual master, following his spiritual orders, performing performing the duties towards the spiritual masters. And this helps us to get rid of the Maya chain. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also gives that once when we are following under the instructions of spiritual master, this is the one way of getting freed from the chain of the Maya, and helps the heart to be purified. That is a sign of getting conditioned soul in the service of Krishna. So I stop here and continue.